Hello and welcome again, my dear students. I hope all of you must be well and doing well in your studies. I am Yojana Parak and today I will explain you the 10th chapter from English Grammar for Standard 8. Name of the chapter is Infinitives. First of all, let us understand the meaning of infinitives. Infinitives are non-finite verbs which do not change to agree with the person or number of the subject. The infinitive is a verb noun which, like a verb, takes an object if the verb is transitive. So, infinitive is a verb but not the main verb. It is a verb noun which takes an object with it if the main verb is transitive. Remember, infinitive verb do not change with the person or number of subject. Let us see the example. Reena sat down to do her homework. Reena is the subject. Sat down is the main verb. To do her homework, here to do is infinitive along with the object homework. When you ask what, the answer you will get object. For what Reena sat down? To do her homework. So by this you can understand that there is infinitive which carry an object with it. Let us see the next example. Varun helped his mother to set the table. Here Varun is the subject, help is the main verb. To set the table is, in to set it is infinitive and the table is object. So here the infinitive is carrying an object with it. Why infinitives are used? They are used to make the sentence complete and make the meaning of the sentence understandable. Now, when there are two or more actions in one sentence, you can use infinitives there. Okay, let us see some more examples. Children like to hear stories. Now let us try to change the person or number of the subject. For example, if we change children to the child, the sentence will be child likes to hear stories. Here it affects the main verb, the like becomes likes when we change the person of the subject, but it won't affect at all to the infinitive verb to hear and later on stories. So in this way, when you change the subject, whether it is person or number of the subject, it will affect the main verb, but it won't have any effect to the infinitive verb because infinitive verb do not change according to the subject or according to the number or person of the subject. Okay, now let us see another example. To eat fruits and vegetables is good for health. To eat is infinitive, fruits and vegetables is object. The sentence to eat fruits and vegetables is good for health. Here the infinitive is used as subject. We know what is subject. The subject is what or who the sentence is about. Here the sentence is about to eat fruits and vegetables. So this become our subject. So infinitives can work as object also and subject also, and it can be complementary to the main verb. And it also used to complement preposition. We will see example of it. First, let us see that infinitives can be of two types, to infinitives and bare infinitives. In to infinitives, to is used before the infinitive verb, and in bare infinitives, infinitive is used without to. Let us see the example of it. Mother permitted me to play basketball. Here mother is subject, permitted is main verb, and to play basketball, to play is to infinitive and basketball is object. Let us see it without to infinitive. Mother did not let me play basketball. Here mother is subject. Did not let is main verb and play is infinitive, bare infinitive, which is carrying object with it, basketball. We will see where do we have to use to infinitive and where do we have to use bare infinitives. There are certain verbs which carry to infinitive and there are certain verbs which carry bare infinitives. Now we will see how infinitive works differently in different type of sentences. To play is good for your health. So here to play is infinitive which is used as subject. What is the sentence is about? The sentence is about to play. So it becomes subject. In next sentence, Mohit likes to smile. Here Mohit is subject, like is the main verb. What does Mohit like? To smile. So as the answer of what we get object. So here as object to smile is used. Now let us see the next example. To eat too many sweets is harmful for your teeth. Now the sentence is about eating too many sweets. So it become our subject. So here to infinitive is used as subject which carry an object along with it, too many sweets. So in this way to infinitive also work as subject even though it carry object with it. Beena seems to sing well. Here Beena is the main subject, seem is the main verb and to sing is infinitive. Here the infinitive represent complement of the main verb. How does Beena seem? She seems to sing well. कैसा गाती है? अच्छा गाती है. So this is the complement to the main verb. Next sentence, the guests are about to leave. Guests are the subject and there is no main verb. Here preposition is given about and then infinitive is used to leave. So here infinitive is used as the object of preposition. The guests are about to leave. What they are about? To leave. So when we get the answer of what, it is an object. So here infinitive is used as object of preposition. There are certain verbs with which you have to use to infinitive. Submit, agree, listen, refuse, promise, like, buy, offer, forget, remember. To make the meaning of the sentence clear, with this kind of verb you have to use to infinitives. Now we will see the exercise that how we have to use to infinitive. First example, Akash forgot dash an email to his cousin. Now what can we do with email? Either we can create it or we can send it. So here in the option send is given. So we will write Akash forgot to send an email to his cousin. Here send will be used as to infinitive. Akash is the main subject, forgot is the main verb, and to make the sentence clearly understandable we have to use another verb which will be used as infinitive verb. So here we will write Akash forgot to send an email to his cousin. Next example, father had decided dash us to Nainital during the summer holidays. Now what will father do? He will take us. So we will use take as to infinitive in this sentence. Father is the subject, decide is the main verb, and to take is to infinitive. Next, the teacher asked the student dash their notebooks immediately. What will we do with notebooks? We will submit it to teacher. So here we will use submit as to infinitive. Main verb is given asked and submit is infinitive verb which is used to make the sentence completely understandable and meaningful. So the sentence will be, the teacher asked the students to submit their notebooks immediately. Next is, Veera did not want dash the library book without reading it. Now what will we do with library book? Either we will issue it or we will return it. Now in the example, in the bracket, issue option is not given, here return option is given, so we will use return as to infinitive. Veera did not want to return the library book without reading it. Here want is the main verb and return is infinitive verb. Next is, Naveen and his friends took turns dash the campus before the new year. Means they are turn by turn doing this work. What work will they do in the campus before new year? We know that before new year we mostly clean the residence area. So here they will clean the campus before new year turn by turn. So here we will use clean as to infinitive. The sentence will be, Naveen and his friends took turns to clean the campus before the new year. Here took turn is the main verb and to clean is infinitive verb. Next sentence, the speaker left home. The shopkeeper left home early dash the shop. Now when the shopkeeper leaves home early, what he will do with the shop? Whether he will close the shop or he will open the shop. Obviously in the early time, that means in the morning, he will open the shop. So here we will use open as to infinitive and the sentence will be, the shopkeeper left home early to open the shop. Here left is the main verb and to open is infinitive verb. In the next sentence, the birds are getting prepared dash their nest. What will the birds do with the nest? Obviously they will build the nest. So here build will be used as to infinitive and the sentence will be, the birds are getting prepared to build their nest. Here prepare is the main verb and to build is the infinitive verb. Mother promised dash my favorite pizza on Sunday. Pizza is baked, so here bake will be used as to infinitive. Mother is the subject, promise is the main verb and to bake is infinitive verb which is used along with the main verb to make the sentence clearly understandable. And rest of the sentence is object. Again I repeat that when in the sentence one verb is not enough to make the sentence meaningful, two verbs or more than two verbs are used, there we have to use infinitive, whether it is to infinitive or bare infinitive. So infinitive verbs are used to make the sentence meaningful and clearly understandable, whether they are used as object or they are used as subject, or they can be used as complement to the verb, or they can be used as object of preposition. Remember, two infinitives are mostly used just after the main verb, and to infinitive does not change according to the person or number of the subject. Now there are certain verbs with which we have to use to have infinitive, which is necessary to make the meaningful sentence. Seem, appear and claim. These verbs do not make the meaningful sentence or do not give a complete sense. So there we have to use infinitive verb to make it clear, complete and meaningful. Aunt seemed to have recovered completely. Now aunt is the subject, seem is the main verb. To make it meaningful, to infinitive is used, to have recovered completely. Next, mother appears to have got over her anger. Now mother is the subject, appear is the main verb and to have got over is the infinitive verb which is used to make the sentence meaningful. And her anger is object. In the next sentence, Nitin claims to have done well in the maths test. Nitin is subject, claim is the main verb, and to have done is the infinitive verb. Maths test is object. Along with infinitive verb, sometimes question words are also used, such as whether, what, how, where. In certain verbs, to make the sentence understandable, clear and complete, this kind of question words along with two infinitives are used. Remember, when question words are used in assertive sentence, mostly the sentence will be in negative form. Let us see the example. They did not know how to pass their time. Here, how to pass, to pass is the infinitive verb, and how is the question word used along with the infinitive verb, and the sentence is in negative form. In next example, Mona has not decided where to go for higher studies. Mona is the subject, decide is the main verb, to go is the infinitive verb used along with the question word where, and higher studies is object. In the next example, we are not certain whether to believe the story or not. Here, we are the subject, certain is the main verb, and believe, to believe is to infinitive along with the whether question word, and the story is object. Remember, whether is used when there are two options, either to do that or not to do that. Nobody is sure what to do now. Nobody is the subject, sure is the main verb, and to do is the infinitive verb along with the question word what. In question words such as how, what, where, we don't have any option or any answer, but in whether, it is the answer can be given either yes or no. Okay, so there we have to use whether. Now let us see the example or exercise of it. First, Krish does not know dash a doctor. What will he do with doctor? He will try to talk with doctor. Try to talk, that means to approach. So here as to infinitive we will use to approach. Now what kind of question word should be used here? How, where, whether, who or what. Here the Krish is confused whether he should do that or not to do that. So when we have two options, we should use whether. So here the sentence will be Krish does not know whether to approach a doctor. In the next example, have they decided dash this problem? Here, what do we do with the problem? We will try to solve it. So here solve will be used as to infinitive. Along with that, which question word should be used? We can't use what, as we know that what we have to solve problem. Who will solve? They will solve. So we have the answer of who and what. Now where question does not arise, as the place does not matter. Now the remaining is whether and how. Here there is no option to solve or not to solve. It is obvious when the problem is there, we have to solve. So the remaining question word is how. So we will use how to solve this problem. In this way, by checking all the alternatives, the appropriate alternative you have to use in the blank. Next example, Meeta did not understand dash the washing machine. As washing machine is electronic item, it is operated. So we will use operate as the main verb, as the infinitive verb. Now, which question word should we use? How to operate. as what to operate, answer is given. Who will operate, answer is given. And whether to operate or not, the question not arise. And where to operate or not, this question also does not arise in this sentence. So the question will be how to operate the washing machine. Next example, we are not sure dash the inauguration of the exhibition or not. Here clearly or not is given, that means you have two options. So we will use whether. Now what will we do with the inauguration? We will attend the ceremony. So there we will use attend as to infinitive. So the sentence will be, we are not sure whether to attend the inauguration of the exhibition or not. In the next sentence, the old woman was so shocked that she did not know dash. Here, what she did not know, do will be used as infinitive verb, as we can't use dance or manage or choose as infinitive verb in this sentence. It won't be appropriate, and we have to use appropriate option. Next, which question word should we use? So here answer of who is given, whether option is not given, where does not arise, and how question also does not arise. So in this we will use what as question word, and do will be used as to infinitive. So the sentence will be, the old woman was so shocked that she did not know what to do. Next sentence, there are so many informative books today that many do not know. When we have lots of books, what confusion will arise? To choose the book. When we have lots of option, we choose the one option. So here choose will be used as to infinitive, and which question word will be used? Here what we have to choose? Book. So this question word will be suitable for this sentence. There are so many informative books today that many do not know what to choose. In the 7th sentence, does Preeti have any idea of dash her time? What they will do with the time? They will manage the time. So manage will be used as to infinitive, and time is, what do they have to manage? Time. Who will have to manage? Preeti. Now whether question does not arise, and where question also does not arise. So here the question will be how to manage her time. In the next sentence, she is a superb dancer but nobody has formally trained her dash. When the dancer is given, what will she do? Dance. So here we will use dance as the to infinitive, and dance is an action, so we will use how with it. How the action will be done. She is a superb dancer but nobody has formally trained her how to dance. See, wherever the action is given, we have used how, and wherever the option is given to do or not to do, there we will use whether. And when the object is in center, there we will use what. I hope now it is clear to you. Now we will see how we have to use bare infinitive. Bare infinitives are those infinitive which are written without to, and it is used with certain verbs as listed below: let, make, dare, bid, need. So with this kind of verbs we have to use bare infinitive. Let us see the example. They did not let the little girl carry the heavy bag. Here let is the main verb and carry is infinitive without to. In the next sentence, mother made me practice the speech again. Here mother is the subject, made is the main verb and practice is bare infinitive. Linda did not dare challenge her friend. Linda is the subject, dare is the main verb, challenge is bare infinitive and her friend is object. Remember that dare and need. Along with this, to infinitive is used in affirmative sentence and in negative sentence, bare infinitive is used. Here, as not is given, we can understand this is negative sentence. So here we will use bare infinitive, but if it was affirmative sentence, so there we have to use to infinitive. Clear? Now let us see the next example. She need not water the plants now. Now she is the subject, need is the main verb, water is bare infinitive as the sentence is negative, and plants is object. Let us see the example where we have to use to infinitive along with dare and need. Here the example is given. These sentences are affirmative, so along with dare and need, to infinitive will be used. And in the upper example, they were negative sentence, so with dare and need, bare infinitive is used. Let us see the example now. Our soldiers dare to face the enemy forces courageously. So here our soldiers, our subject, dare is the main verb used along with the to infinitive face. What they have to face? The enemy force courageously. So the enemy force is object. In the next example, we need to water the plants this evening. We are the subject, need is the main verb, and to water is to infinitive used with need, as this is affirmative sentence, and plants are the object. Other than let, made, dare, need, else, where we have to use bare infinitive. When we see verbs like see, hear, watch, feel, this kind of perception verbs, with this we have to use bare infinitive. See the example. They could not hear her sing. Here they are the subject, hear is the main verb, and sing is bare infinitive. In the next example, she sees her sister swim every day. She is the main subject, sees is the main verb, and swim is bare infinitive. How we will get to know that which is bare infinitive? When there are two verbs, the first verb will be main verb and the second verb will be infinitive. So here swim is given as bare infinitive and her sister is object. Else, where you have to use bare infinitive, when expression like had better, would rather, rather than, sooner than, with this kind of expression you have to use bare infinitive. Let us see the example. You had better apologize for your mistake. Here you is the subject, had better is the expression, apologize is bare infinitive, for your mistake is object. In the next sentence, she would rather study law than medicine. She is the subject, would rather is expression, along with that bare infinitive is used, study. Law than medicine is object. In the next example, rather than walk in the rain, Priya preferred to take shelter in the old mansion. So here rather than is the expression, along with that bare infinitive is used, walk. In the next example, Riya would sooner sell her jewelry than ask anybody for money. So here would sooner is expression along with bare infinitive sell. Keep in mind that so in this type of sentences where such kind of expressions are given, the main verb won't be given clearly. So you have to use bare infinitive just after these expressions. Now let us see the exercise. In this blanks you have to write to infinitive or bare infinitive according to the sentence. So now let us see the first one. The audience was asked dash silence during the chief guest's speech. Here audience is the subject, ask is the main verb, and silence is the object. Here as infinitive we have to use maintain. Now we can see ask is the main verb, so we will use to maintain as the infinitive, as to infinitive is used just after the main verb. Let us see the next one. Veena feels that a student should not dash with the teacher. Here first the sentence is negative, and second thing here feel is given as main verb. So it is clear that we have to use bare infinitive. So the sentence will be Veena feels that a student should not argue with the teacher. In the next example, they did not let the students dash noise. Again, the sentence is negative and let main verb is used. So we have to use bare infinitive in this. So the sentence will be they did not let the students make noise. In the fourth sentence, Mahima dash against any unfair decision. Here main verb dare is given, but the sentence is affirmative, so to infinitive will be used. So the sentence will be Mahima dares to protest against any unfair decision. In the fifth question, has she been dash French by her grandmother? So she is the subject, taught is the main verb, and with taught we have to use to infinitive, so we will write to speak in this sentence. So the sentence will be has she been taught to speak French by her grandmother. In the sixth question, my uncle was expected dash by the morning flight. Here my uncle is object, as this sentence is in passive voice. Expected is the main verb, and we have to use to infinitive with this, so we will write to arrive by the morning flight. As I told you, just after main verb to infinitive is used. Suresh would rather, here the expression would rather is given, so it is clear that we have to use bare infinitive. So the bare infinitive will be remain. Suresh would rather remain indoors than get drenched in the rain. Now in the last question, you had better dash his proposal. Here had better, again it is the expression. After that you have to directly use bare infinitive accept. So the sentence will be you had better accept his proposal. Now to infinitive is also used along with TOO, which means very much or a lot. Let us see the example of it, how it is used. Garima was so tired that she could not work anymore. So it will be written as Garima was too tired to work anymore. Understood? Here tired is a verb, work is also a verb. So there, as two verbs are used, we will use first verb as the main verb and the second verb will be written as to infinitive. Let us see the next example. The medicine was so bitter that the child could not take it. It will be written as the medicine was too bitter for the child to take. Here again two verbs are used. So the first verb will be taken as main verb and the second verb will be taken as to infinitive. Now let us do the exercise. First question is, the journey was so tiring that we did not enjoy it. Here first verb is tiring. Along with that we have to use second verb to enjoy. Will be written as to infinitive. The answer will be, the journey was too tiring for us to enjoy. In the next question, the girls were so happy that they could not stop smiling. So first the subject will be there, the girls. The first verb happy will be used, were too happy, and then the second verb smile, to stop smile will be used. So the sentence will be written as, the girls were too happy to stop smiling. Next sentence, the knife was so blunt that we could not use it. Here the first verb is blunt and the second will be use. So the sentence will be written as, the knife was too blunt for us to use. Fourth question, he was so shocked. Shocked is the first verb, that we could not say a word. Say a word is the second verb. So here the sentence will be, he was too shocked to say a word. Fifth question, the lady was so exhausted that she could not climb the stairs. Here the subject is the lady, then first verb is exhausted and second verb is climbed. So it will be written as, the lady was too exhausted to climb the stairs. In the sixth sentence, the patient was so sick that he could not speak. Here the subject is the patient, first verb is sick and second verb is speak. So it will be written as, the patient was TOO, it will be written as TOO. So there is a mistake, correct it. The patient was too sick to speak. In the seventh question, the problem was so tricky that we could not solve it. So the subject is the problem, first verb is tricky, second verb is solve. Remember, if the subject is same, you do not have to write it twice, just write it for once in the beginning. If the subject is different, so you have to mention the second subject also. So it will be written as, the problem was too tricky for us. As both are two different subjects, we have mentioned for us. Then we have to write the second verb, which is infinitive, to solve. In the eighth question, the program was so boring that we did not want to watch it. Here program and we both are subject but are different subject. So we have to mention program and we both. Sentence will be written as, the program was too boring for us to watch. Now note that use of infinitive makes sentence compact. The sentence will be in compact sentence form. See the examples. Veena promised that she would help me with the project. So these two sentences will be merged when you write the infinitive. And the compact sentence will be formed as, Veena promised to help me with the project. Let us see the another example. Naveen knew that the riddle could be solved easily. Now this sentence will be converted in compact sentence. Naveen knew it would be easy to solve the riddle. Let's see the exercise. First question is, Varun wished that he could go abroad for higher studies. Now, what will be the first verb? Wishing. And what will be the second verb? To go. So it will be written as Varun wished to go abroad for higher studies. Mother was the only person who spoke to the strange lady. Here, the first verb is was and the second verb is speak. So the sentence will be written as Mother was the only person to speak the strange lady. Now, in the third question, Mona wondered how she could convince her father. First verb is wondered and second verb is convince. So it will be written as Mona wondered how to convince her father. She is used for Mona, so we will not write it again. In the fourth question, the policeman promised that he would help the little girl if she faced any problem. So here he is given for policeman, so we will not write it again, but the little girl is different subject, so we need to write it. Here the first verb is promise and the second verb is help. So it will be written as the policeman promised to help the little girl if she faced any problem. In the fifth question, the students hoped that they would score good marks in the exam. So the first verb is hope and second verb is score. So it will be written as the students hoped to score good marks in the exam. Sixth question, the painter was surprised when he heard that all his paintings had been sold. So here he is used for painter, so we will not write it again. And first verb is surprise, second verb is hear. So it will be written as the painter was surprised to hear that all his paintings had been sold. In the seventh question, Mona decided that she would approach her aunt for guidance. Here aunt is different subject, but she is used for Mona, so we will not write it again. Decide is the first verb, approach is the second verb. So it will be written as Mona decided to approach her aunt for guidance. In the last question, the shopkeeper promised that he would open his shop early on Monday. Here shopkeeper is the subject. He is used for shopkeeper, so we will not write it again. Promise is the first verb and open is the second verb, and rest of the sentence is object. Now let's see how the sentence will be framed. The shopkeeper promised to open his shop early on Monday. We can join two different sentences also by using infinitives. Keep in mind that when you join two different sentences, the more important sentence will come first and the less important will come next. Let us see the example. Meeta read the news. She was not surprised. So what is important? She was not surprised will become first and the rest of the sentence will come next. So the sentence will form as Meeta was not surprised to read the news. Let us see the next example. Preeti received a gift from her uncle. She was overjoyed. So the most important thing is she was overjoyed. Here the first verb is to receive the gift and second verb is overjoyed. As the sentence first it will come she was overjoyed and second sentence will be Preeti received a gift from her uncle. So the sentence will be framed as Preeti was overjoyed to receive a gift from her uncle. Now let us see the exercise to make it more clear. First question is, he wants to win the contest. He works hard for that reason. So what is more important? He is working hard to win the contest. So the sentence will be, he works hard to win the contest. Next question. The girls heard the announcement. They were delighted. Here, the most important sentence is they were delighted, and the less important sentence will come next. The girls heard the announcement. Here, the first verb is delight, and the second verb is hear. Keep in mind that when you use infinitive, the form of verb will be in first form, as it is not affected with the number of subject or person or with tense. So when you use to infinitive, it will be written only in the first form of verb. So the sentence will be framed as the girls were delighted to hear the announcement. In the third question, Neeta saw the accident. She was shocked. Here the most important sentence is she was shocked, and then the next sentence will come Neeta saw the accident. The first verb is shock and the second verb is saw. Here the first form of saw will be used, see. So the sentence will be framed as Neeta was shocked to see the accident. We do not have to write she or Neeta again and again. Just once you have to write the subject Neeta. Fourth question. You must be responsible. You have to take care of your things. Here the most important information is to be responsible. So this sentence will come first and next sentence will come next. Here the first verb is responsible and the second verb is take care. So the sentence will be written as you must be responsible to take care of your things. In the fifth question, the story is uninteresting. I cannot enjoy it. Here the important information is the story is uninteresting. So the sentence will be the story is uninteresting to enjoy. Now let us see the sixth question. Children must not play with electrical gadgets. Why? It is dangerous. So the most important sentence is it is dangerous. How will you come to know that which sentence is more important? When you ask what or why, the answer will be more important. In the sixth question, children must not play with electrical gadget. It is dangerous. Now the most important sentence is it is dangerous will come first and the next sentence will come next. How will you come to know that which sentence is most important? When you ask what or why, the answer will be most important sentence that you have to use first and the next sentence you have to use later on. So in this sentence, why children should not play with electrical gadget? Because it is dangerous. So this is important sentence will come first and dangerous is the first verb and play is the second verb. So it will be written as it is dangerous to play with electrical gadgets for children. In the seventh question, the man was strong. He could lift the heavy suitcase. Why he could lift the heavy suitcase? Because he was strong. So the sentence will be, first sentence will be that he was strong and the next sentence will be he could lift the heavy suitcase. Here the first verb is strong and the second verb is lift. So the sentence will be written as the man was strong to lift heavy suitcase. Eighth question, the dog saw its mistress. It was relieved. What happened when the dog saw its mistress? It was relieved. So the most important sentence is it was relieved will come first and the second sentence will come next. Here the first verb is relieved and second verb is saw, which will be written in the first form of verb. So the sentence will be framed as the dog was relieved to see its mistress. Keep in mind that how can you find out the most important sentence? By asking why or what. The answer will provide you the most important sentence, or when you see any expression that will show that this sentence is more important. So you have to write the expression sentence first and rest of the sentence next. Now here infinitive comes to an end. If you have any query, please let me know. I hope now with this explanation the topic is clear to you. Here the topics comes to an end.